Hi, Pisces. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. My name is Patty. I'm a goofy empath that is here to do your intuitive tarot. And intuitive tarot meaning that this is, as the name says, it's divine driven and divine guided to help you in your struggles, answer questions, help you in your purpose, that kind of a thing. It's a little different tarot, along with astrology and numerology. We mix all the energies. We want to make sure that we're getting the full reading of all the energies, as well as what divine has to say, because he is the one that actually divine guides and brings this all together. So if you're your first time, welcome, welcome. If you don't quite understand the reading itself, there is a video there that tells you how I do my readings and why I do them. Also gives you a little history in there, and as far as tarot. And then you can understand a little bit. And that is in the playlist if you want to look down below. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much. And for those of you that have signed up and subscribed, thank you so much for your support. All of you guys mean a lot to me. All right. So let's get started. This is the 10th through the 16th. There is a full moon on the 11th. Woo, another full moon. Or excuse me, new moon. I mean, I love full moons, sort of. I have a love-hate relationship with the energies of some of them. But this new moon is on the 11th. I am going to do a reading. I'm not going to say when I'm going to do the reading as far as time quite yet. I probably will post that on the 9th. So if you want to see the new moon reading, I do mix astrology and the reading together on that, so you can get the full energy reading of that. But I'm having some knee issues, and I don't know if the doctor is going to make me go in. I'm working hard not to go back into the hospital. So I don't want to post the time quite yet. So subscribe, hit the bell, and on the 9th, I will make sure that I post the time that I will be doing that. I just have to wait to see if they schedule me. So hopefully I don't. So say a prayer. I don't have to go back in the hospital. All right. So let's get started. I am uploading a new video today. It's a spiritual growth. If you've never ever talked to the divine, don't know how to, or even how to ask and to talk to the divine in asking, there is a specific way to ask in a sense. Okay. And I share that a lot in my readings, but if you knew, you probably wouldn't have heard it. That'll be uploaded today. So if you subscribe, hit the bell, you'll know when that is uploaded. And that is just to help you build a new or a better relationship with divine and get your intuition and your gifts, your discernment. All right. All right. So I am doing the spreads a little bit differently this month, just to give some variety. You know, you get to the readings and it's like, okay, you know, I'm getting bored with the same old reading. At least I do. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a variety this month. So I am going to pull the current divine card, the current energies and the future energies on these oracles. I am going to do a normal spread, and then I'm going to also give you some cards for wealth, health, and your love and relationships. All right. And that's what these cards are going to be. So we're going to do that next. And so it looks like the divine's card. Now, the divine's card here is to help you again through struggles, questions. He sees that something is going on major with somebody because we have the storm field and the number 9 being extremely intense. So somebody's going through some big stuff, not some little stuff. This is big stuff. Now, just so you know, big stuff could be little stuff to somebody else. Maybe this is something new. Somebody's never gone through it, like my knee replacement. I've never gone through a knee replacement. And actually, I used to bodybuild, and somebody thought that I had gone through physical therapy before. Nope, never gone through it. So it is all new, and it is scary. But to them, it was like, no big deal. So, you know, to one, it may be a big deal. To the other, it may not be a big deal. However, this for you, whoever is going through this, is big. This is definitely big. So you have to sort of look at this on how am I going to get through it? You will get through it. How am I going to handle it? You're going to handle it positive and really, really good. If you keep thankful in the storm, then you actually will see the lesson in it, because there's a lesson in every storm. Because no matter who you are on this earth, you are either getting ready to go in a storm, you're in a storm, you're coming out of a storm, or you're waiting to go back into another storm. That's how we grow. These storms are how we grow. These trials, these tribulations, these struggles. And the thing is, a lot of the times when they're major, we learn a lesson. It's sort of like, I don't even like to bring it up, but when somebody passes on, we begin to like, wow, life is short. We all come together for a short time. We're all like, oh, wow, we're going to do things differently. This is a major trauma. This is something major to upheaval. Well, that's the freshness of whatever the storm is. Then we say, yes, we're going to do this. Now, for some people, they've learned the lesson, and then they stay with it through the rest of their life. Now, some people learn that lesson through the storm, but then over time it dissipates and they go back to old ways. That's what divine is asking you. Don't go back to your old ways. Understand the lesson. Keep moving forward and don't repeat it, is the thing. Because and that's the number 9. It's intense. It's really happening. So whatever you're going through, and if you're asking divine, just hold on. When I'm going through a storm, I'll tell you a secret, because I'm very visual with the divine. And so I sit there and I'm like, okay, we're getting ready to go through the storm. And I imagine, I used to sail in Japan with my friend's sailboat, very big, I think it was 36 feet or something like that. And I can see the front of the boat, and there's a bar around the front of the boat. And I know the back of the boat has that same bar and some seats way in the back. And so I'm like, okay, Lord, we're getting ready to go through this storm. I call him Lord. I call him God. I call him Dad. I call him He. Okay, that's just me. Even though he's energy, that's my divine. That's who I talk to. Okay, but the thing is, I always say, okay, I'm getting ready to go through the storm. You are going to have to steer. I grab onto the rail. I visually grab onto the rail and I hold on, and I see him up front steering. And he's actually doing the Titanic thing. He's not holding his arms out, but he's just standing watching up front because he can calm the waters whenever he wants to. That's what I visualize. And as I go through the storm, I sit back, I let him handle the storm. And then when the storm is done and the waters calm, I'm like, okay, what did I learn from that? Then I analyze it. That is me. That's an empath. That's a Virgo also. So current energies, slow and steady. The number 3, we have to acknowledge where we're at the present time, accept it, and know what to do with the information where we are at this time. You can either turn it negative, you can turn it positive. You can do something with it, or you don't have to do anything with it. But is it going to keep you stuck, or is it going to keep moving you forward? Because this is about some type of prayer that you have been asking for. And sometimes, thank you. Thank you. So they're saying you have to be careful what you wish and pray for. A lot of the times, and as I tell my daughter, don't you ever say never. Never say never, because that's when the divine is going to show you who you think you are. Because this is the number 5. This is a very new energy, very comfortable, uncomfortable energy. This is an energy out of your comfort zone. Okay, so you don't want to play around with that energy. I'm going to tell you right now from experience, don't play around with that energy, because you think you're all more powerful than the divine. You don't want to do that. Because he will show you, like if you say, I'm never going to do that, he will test you and he will show you that you're not all powerful, and you will have that happen to you because you're speaking words into it. You got to be really careful with words. So this is slow and steady. So whatever you are praying for, you got to be patient. You've got to be patient. You cannot expect it to happen overnight, especially if this is for your work. Maybe you're looking for a new job. Maybe you're looking for a new career. Maybe you're looking for a new relationship. Maybe you're looking for just a new friend. Maybe you're looking for something material. Maybe you're looking for a new house. Maybe you're looking for a new car, something like that. The divine will show it to you when it's there, and you're like, that's it. That's it. All right. So you got to really be careful what you're looking for. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, there is somebody who definitely is going through some rough times. Definitely going through some rough times. So we have the eight. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Hierophant. We've got the Divine right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it. Is this upside down? No. And then we have the King of Cups. Thank you. So what I'm hearing is that, okay, so let me show you these before. So, because you need to see the visuals. I like to show the visuals. Okay, I think it's really important so that you can get an idea, even if you don't know how to read the cards. So we go from the Eight of Swords to the Hierophant to the King of Cups. Remember I was telling you, I didn't know that he was going to do these. But remember I was telling you about the boat scenario? This is the King of Cups because he's sitting at the back of the boat. The rough waters are going, but he's sitting back at the boat. He's really calm because you know what? His heart is in the divine. His heart and soul is trusting in the second dimension. He's like, you know what? The dude in the front of the boat's got it. Let him take care of it. I'm just going to sit here and wait until the storm's out and see what is supposed to happen. Let's go with the flow kind of a thing. But somebody is not doing that. Somebody is not, it's like, but I've been praying for this. Sometimes we have to go through a storm in a test to see if it's really what you want, what you've been praying for. Is that really, really, really what you want? I just want a baby. I just want a baby. So maybe he's going to show you some screaming babies. Somebody else in the store was screaming bratty kids and you're still like, yeah, but I still want that. I still want that. So you're going to go through some tests before you get whatever it is that you want. Okay. Whatever you've been praying for. If it's health, sometimes we go through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering before we get better. And then sometimes, unfortunately, we don't get better. And there is a lesson in that as well. All right. There's a big lesson in that as well. And that could be a lesson for the living, or it could be, well, it is always for the living. But I won't go into that, but there's a lot that I could unfold in there. All right. So whatever it is, you got to be patient because here's the thing is this person, whoever you are, or whoever this is, whoever it resonates with, this Eight of Swords, you're creating your own drama. You're creating your own conflict. You're creating your own mess by living in your drama. It's sort of like I had this vision. I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? So I'm a country person, right? Pretty much. I live in the city, unfortunately, but I'm a country person. So this person who is creating their own drama, I saw this huge, it's like dairy cows, they go in to get, milked and stuff like that. But outside, sometimes there's just like a bunch of poo sitting there, like poo piles and stuff like that. I saw somebody sitting in the middle of that. It stinks. It's dirty. And even if you take a bath, that stuff doesn't come off all the time. Woo! Definitely. Woo! Trust me. If you have not been around cows, pigs are even worse. Oh my gosh. I visited a pig farm once. Yeah. Chickens, worse. Oh, worse than pigs. Chickens, worse. Pigs, next. Cows, third. Horses, I love to smell horse poop. And my mother thought I was nuts when I was young. Not fresh, but sort of older. Anyway, it's the barn smell is what it is. People say, oh, I love that barn smell. Actually, what you're smelling is horse sweat and poo. All right. Okay. So you got to stop creating your drama. How do we do that? You stop talking about stuff that doesn't pertain to other people or complaining. This was in the last one. But you're putting world before yourself. You're not doing this. The Hierophant is in the center. If God or your divine is in the center, you're looking at everything in love and positive. So you would stop gossiping. You would stop talking about other people. You would stop complaining because you would feel blessed and thankful for everything that you have. Definitely a very, very different mentality. And then every storm that you went through, if you're in the divine's presence and mindset, your storms are not that big, because there's always somebody else's storm bigger than yours. Trust me. It's just a lesson. This is something to learn, a process of learning. Sometimes we lose things, unfortunately, like last year. So many people lost their homes in fires here in Oregon. They lost everything. Now, yes, it was horrible, but those people have gotten a valuable lesson, and some of them got humbled about what is really important in their life. The people came out okay, the houses or the animals came out okay. However, everything else material, first dimensional, destroyed. So then they have to turn around and look at things completely different. Whoever this is here is not. You're not in the mindset of the spirit of the second dimension. You're in the mindset of world. You're too worldly. Somebody has got to start changing their mindset to more spiritual, more second dimensional, more high vibrational, more high energies, rather than this low stuff. And it takes a process. It is a process, but we want you to get to where your prayers are being answered, to a higher level. So you got to really pay attention to that. Okay. Let me see what else we got going here. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. And she is facing, the Queen of Swords is facing the Six of Pentacles, which means the Queen of Swords is all about the truth, trying to find the truth, trying to find justice, just like the King of Swords. She's just trying to figure things out. She may go to the King of Swords and say, hey, what do you think? Do you think this is really absolute truth? Or do you think this is a bunch of hooey? Because a lot of the times we will go to the masculine just to get confirmation. I go to divine to get confirmation. So she may go to get confirmation. I don't see the King of Swords here. However, we have the King of Cups. So they may talk about the heart, the soul. What do you think? Do you think this is really good about their heart and their soul? Because the Six of Pentacles is about balance. It's about a give and take. It's about making sure that somebody is not giving something that they shouldn't, manipulating the situation, because sometimes we can get arrogant. Some people can get arrogant and say, well, I'm better than you, so you're not going to get as much as me. So I'm going to manipulate to make sure that you don't get as much as me, that kind of a thing. What we're saying in the workplace, you know what, I dish out the raises, and you know what, you're down here, so I'm not going to give you a raise, but I'll give, that person a raise. Things like that, of that nature. There's not a balance. And the Pentacles are about material and money and possessions and things like that. So she's looking at that, and it's not very balanced. And she knows that the truth is not there. So something in your life or someone's life is not balanced. Somebody is being a little stinker about what they give. Who do they give? Okay. The other thing is about this with the Nine of Pentacles is that, thank you. So they're saying that somebody wants to skip a step, maybe not share that information, say that they did it, but they didn't. So like when you say, oh yeah, I did my homework, but then you cheat off of somebody's paper and say, yeah, I got an A because I did the homework, when in reality you didn't do the homework, you cheated. So that's why the Queen is looking at both of these cards, because the Nine of Pentacles is about the hard work that you go through, you're going through, and in order to reap the rewards, which is almost there with the Nine of Pentacles, because the Ten of Pentacles is an ultimate card, and this is about getting there, but you're just not quite there. and you've worked hard to get there. You followed all the steps. So she's saying follow all the steps, make sure you don't skip a step, make sure that you keep going and you keep persevering and going through that. I don't know who that's for. We have another energy here that I don't know who this is in related to, but again, this is about pentacles, a lot about heart and pentacles. This is about your soul desires. This is about your future, whether it be material. It's material, something of possession. Could be a house, could be, boat, could be money, could be whatever. However, we have the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Hearts, and the 7 of Pentacles. Interesting. So this is about your improvement and your harmony. So because we've got 2 7s there, okay, and we've got a 4, which is trying to balance out harmony is what it is doing. So somebody is having an issue with that because they're fighting for what they really truly believe in. Somebody's really trying to truly believe in it, but you know what? They're coming up against a wall, or somebody's being stubborn. Somebody's going to be bucking them. Somebody's really struggling, and don't let it down. This is something to forge through, because somebody's getting down about it, thinking too much about it. It's like, nope, you know what? I'm not giving up. I'm going through. I'm going to keep doing it. And you may look at the hard work, but you are almost there. You're almost there. It's like getting to that point, like those 2 people digging, and it's like a diamond mine or something. It's that cartoon where 2 people are digging along, and the diamond mine's right here on both of those. So they've got somebody digging here and somebody digging here, diamond mine, and then one actually is just about this far to the diamond mine, and they quit and they're walking the other way, where the other one just keeps going. That's this person here. They're getting to the point where they're tired, they're worn out, they don't want to do it anymore. However, you've got just this much more to go, and you are going to reach the 10 of Pentacles. 9 and 10 of Pentacles. Because here, we've got those here. You've already passed the 6 of Pentacles, but you're almost to the 9, which means you're almost at the completion. So hang in there. Whatever it is you're fighting for, struggling. Because again, this is your storm. This is your storm, and slow and steady, like the planets say this month, slow and steady wins the race. This is not a sprint. This is not a comparison. The planets are saying you've got to be due diligent. You have to have stamina. That's why in these cards this week, I'm going to look for a second. Yeah, in your cards for a lot of the signs this week, it's about your health and getting your rest, paying attention to what's going on in your body, because you need that stamina to get to the end. And the end is not a short race. This is a long race. So if you have to imagine yourself, if you worked and trained really hard for sprints, really short races, but this is a long race, you're going to poop out, just like the hare did in the race between the tortoise and the hare. Whereas the tortoise just slowly kept going. No hurry. There's no competition, really. I'm going to get there. And it won because it took the time and went slow enough to the pace it knew it could go to finish. Smart tortoise. All right. This is your storm, guys. So for some of you, you actually need to go back and look at the divine and ask the divine how to release trying to stay in control for whatever it is, because that will bring you peace and calmness. Okay, that is going to bring you more peace of heart and a calmness of heart. Whatever it is that you're going through, stop trying to think with your head. Stop trying to control it. Don't be that person in the back of the boat running to the front telling divine how to do it, because let me tell you, he knows how to do it 10 times better. I've lived in both. I've lived in world, I've lived in spirit. And let me tell you, I let him run that boat every single time I get a storm. So really, really, really pay attention, because if I do that, It's almost like a teacher. Are you paying attention? Because this storm, I'm trying to teach you something. And if you pay attention, you're going to pass the test. If you don't pay attention, you just may not get what you're asking for, and you'll be tested over and over again until you figure it out. Then you will get what you ask for. So I will share with you. There's a lot of things in life that I have asked for, but that I never ever got. And one of those things is, of course, I asked for a craving to be taken away for years. And because I wasn't ready mentally, physically, whatever it was, I was not ready. And I struggled. I tried and tried and tried. Like, if you want to say sugar, whatever. I tried and tried and tried to do it myself. That's world. And I tried to do it over and over and over again, year after year after year. Okay, so if you want to call it sugar, sugar. But the thing is, I couldn't break that habit. I couldn't break that craving. And then finally I said, okay, Lord, I can't do this no more. This is on you. I ask you to please take this craving away. Please make it go away. And over and over and over, it didn't happen because I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening. I was watching, but I wasn't listening. I wasn't trusting. I didn't have faith. So then over the years, and then all of a sudden I woke up one day because I had been really praying and meditating and trying to follow really what he was telling me to do, and, make sure I was being a good student and a good servant kind of a thing. And so the thing is that one day I woke up and I didn't notice it right away, but it was like, oh, yeah, I don't want that anymore. Oh, okay, well, I probably just don't want it today. Then the next day came, still didn't want it. Next day came, still didn't want it. Next day came, still didn't want it. I still don't. So the thing is that the divine can take away and answer our prayers, but you have to be walking in his footsteps as far as listening, paying attention to your intuition, paying attention to what you need, not what you want, and he will help you with that. Because look at this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful, guys. So you go and you get all your due diligence of what you want and what you need. And that's why I did the video that I'm uploading today, is if you don't know how to, a lot of people don't know how to talk to divine. And some people have never ever talked to spirit at all. And so that's why I did the video, or how to ask, or how to even know. It's like, well, how do I know if he said yes? How do I know if he said no? How do I know if he's going to give it to me? I keep asking and asking. You're not listening. So you need to watch the video and it'll help you. All right. So we're going to go on to the wealth. We're going to go on to the health, and then we're going to go on to love and relationships for the last 3 cards. Okay. Because I know this is getting long. So we're on to wealth. And like I'm telling everybody on all the signs, wealth is different to each person and each individual. Wealth you can look at is success. So success, what is that to you? A lot of people think of money first off. It's not all money. What is success to you? Having a joy-filled life, having a peace-filled life, watching my kids grow up and be successful, finishing my bucket list. What is this? This wealth in you. It could be your health, is be strong and be healthy until I'm old. That could be somebody's wealth. So the emperor is your wisdom. Emperor is all about wisdom. You need to be going to that inner self, that intuition, to understand where your vision is for your wealth. If you don't know what your wealth is, but if you do know what your wealth is, you need to keep listening to that inner intuition. Because right now, if you're in the middle of something that is not happening, this is where the divine kicks in and says, I will give it to you when you are ready. It's not your timing, it's my timing. I mean, that's his timing, not my timing. However, it's not your timing, then you're just not ready for it. But your timing is coming, but things have to be aligned. it's sort of like aligning the planets. You know, why are they all moving around? And then when you get them all in a line, then they're perfect. Okay. So that's the same thing with your wealth. Might not be here yet. Doesn't mean he's saying no, but he might be saying just not quite yet. You're not quite ready. And I'm getting things prepared over here. So be prepared, because when it happens, when the divine works, boom, it happens quick. You got to be ready. And sometimes people are nervous when it happens so quick, because it's like, oh, this is too good to be true. All right. So for your health, we have the Queen of Swords. Whoops. Well, I'm going to leave that down there. I don't want to pick it up right now. The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is all about truth. This is about absolute truth. Okay. The Queen of Swords is not looking for human truth. The Queen of Swords is for absolute truth. So how does that relate to your health? Listen to your body. Your body is giving you absolute truth to what is healthy, what is wrong, what is in balance, what is not in balance, what you're supposed to be taking care of. And she's also looking, she's looking down at the guy with the sword. So, interesting. Okay, thank you. So she's got her hands out to receive. He's giving his hands out to give. So maybe at this point, there is somebody that actually may need help with their health, and you need to reach out. Maybe this could be an exercise, fitness. You want to lose weight. You can't lose weight without moving. You got to move, whether it's walking, that kind of a thing. If it's nutrition, you can't understand your body without really, you almost have to go through nutrition courses just like I did. However, your body works differently than everybody else. So yeah, somebody's giving. What I see is that all these advertisements. I see this movie of all these advertisements of supplements. Well, I want a pill. I want this. I want that. Oh, this is going to help you. 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 They don't know your hormones. They don't know your status. They don't know even your BMI. They don't know anything. They just want to sell you something. Don't. Get some education on for your body what the nutrition is for you that you need help. But I will say that this is a give and receive. You either receive the help or you educate yourself, or receive the help in one way to better your health, because there's something there for somebody, whether you want to lose weight, gain weight, believe that or not, some people need to gain weight, or actually make your health better for a long, long life. Because again, this is about the planets talking about the long race. This is not a sprint. We want our bodies to be healthy for the long haul. And like the cards are saying, you don't think about the long haul so much. Focus in on now, what you can do now for your body, but prepare it so that it's going to be able to last a long time. I'll tell you, if you don't walk, your joints are going to start hurting you when you're in your 50s, 60s, and you're going to wonder what happened, because you've been sitting and your joints are now, they're not healthy enough to keep walking. The movement. Okay. So we have the love and relations card. It is the Page of Wands. Okay. Something is coming towards you. This is something, it might be of the divine. Somebody that is going to be very creative towards somebody. I don't know who this is for. It could be a love relationship. It could be just a friendship. It should start out as a friendship. However, it doesn't mean that they won't. There is an uncertainty with this, though. It's like there is one of the partners or one of the people that is uncertain how the other person feels. Now, if this is a relationship that's been going on, or somebody who's been dating, this is somebody who is just like, do they really like me like I like them? The only way you're going to know is ask. Just ask. That's the only way you know. Your communication. I just had this with somebody that this morning, and we actually misunderstood how each other had communicated something. It's like, oh, well, I didn't see it in that way. And he's like, I didn't see it that way. I looked at it this way. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, man, we're on the same page and we didn't even know it. This is a communication thing, because we're talking about wands. So this is something you need to ask about. But I will say the energies of this love relationship or friendship or whatever this is slow and steady. This is not only the card, this is the divine, because if it is of the divine, it will not be in a hurry. If something is really pressing to be in a hurry, that is a huge red flag. You should feel it in your intuition. You should feel it in the energies and say, something's not quite right. Let's slow the boat down and see what the reaction is. Because if that reaction is anger, frustration, well, I just want to get married. I just want to get married. There is something more to that. I would back that boat up and say, you know what? I'm just not in quite a hurry. I just want to take a little bit more time. Then you will find out really what the foundation of everything is. Because if they really want to marry you, okay, let's take a little bit more time when you're ready and when you feel comfortable. That's love. That's taking time. And so that indication right there is going to tell you everything. That is why it's important to communicate early on what you want in the long run, but what you want to do now, and actually understand and communicate clearly so you both can be on the same page. All right? Slow and steady wins the race. If it's in a big hurry, I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably not from divine. It is manipulated. There is underlying things. You got to pay attention to your intuition. Your intuition is your discernment given from divine to help protect you or help you keep guided on your path for your life, for your purpose and your calling. And that person that is supposed to be your partner for the rest of your life will take the time, will love you unconditionally. If there isn't unconditional love there, then there is something more to that story. So be really careful, because you don't want to be walking into a storm. All right? And that's what the divine is trying to prepare you and help you not go into. All right, so I hope this was a good reading for you. I hope it resonated to somebody. If it didn't resonate with you, it's a general reading. However, you might have thought somebody who might resonate with, and you can share that with them if you'd like. But don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell. Again, 11th, I'm not quite sure the time of the new moon reading. And don't forget about the new upload I will be doing at the end of the day. Today is the 6th. I will be doing an upload of, if you're brand new to the divine, how to just talk to the divine and ask and hear and know his answers of what you want or need, actually. All right. So I hope you guys have a great week, and we will see you on the 7th. Take care.